Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing, awesome life. I want to talk about money today, abundance, what you do for a living, feeling happy and healthy, making money. All right, so are you of a mindset of poverty? What is that? You don't think other people should earn a lot of money. You resent when they do. You think everybody should give things away free. That is a poverty mindset. That's a lack mindset. Why would we ever not wish total abundance for somebody else? And why would we not want to reward people for services that they give, right? When somebody gives me good service, I love to reward them. That's the giving that I love to do. And that, of course, returns back to me tenfold, not giving to get that, but giving because I want abundance for everybody. And so we encourage good behavior and caring and sharing in each other when we are abundant and giving with one another. Now, do you have these traits? Because I'm going to ask you this because when you're in a poverty mindset and you think you can't get out of it, so many times, in fact, all the time, you have something back here that is really sabotaging that. And why do we do that? We're conditioned, we have patterns, and then maybe we had a history of struggling and we think something's wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with you. Actually, everybody who's successful has gone through financial struggles, personal struggles. We don't accept that that's part of that journey. So when something happens to you, you're not getting that job or you're not making progress like you think you should, then you think something's wrong with you and that you're doing something wrong and that other people have an advantage or that somehow that they are smarter or that they've got some in or assistance that you don't, and that's so not true. How do I know? Now, if you guys know me, you know I was an investment banker for 25 years, and I'm going to share something with you that's going to be critical for you to be successful. And this is not what we focus on when we're trying to make money. We're always focused on survival. And the more entrepreneurial you are, the more you're going to go into the uncomfort zone, the more you struggle with lack and money, the more you're going to focus on just making the money. All right, I'm going to talk about these two sides because this is where people either continually, let's just say, not achieve their goals. There's no such thing as failure. And those who don't hit their goals but eventually do, right? That's the entrepreneur. What is the difference? There's nothing different between the two of you except for what you're expecting and what you're doing, what actions you're taking. All right, so when I was an investment banker and everything was about money, I was miserable. Now, not the whole career. I had a great career. I had a blast. I've had an amazing life. But I've gone through the same kind of stuff you guys have, right? I've struggled just like everybody else. You know, being a human is an emotional roller coaster until you go into a higher frequency, and then it's not such a big deal anymore. But we all have to experience that, and it's very uncomfortable. So what happened? Well, I decided I wanted to love my life. There was a series of events, several deaths. My brother, my mom, my dad, my dog, my cat, my cousin, in a very short period of time, by the way, all left. And I said, what is going on out there? And guess what? Well, it's going to be me at some point, right? It's going to be all of us at some point. What was I waiting for? I had been doing that job for over 20 years. And I realized that book I wanted to write and those things that I wanted to do that I'm so passionate about, helping other people, mentoring, business, consulting, all this stuff, it wasn't going to happen unless I let go of what wasn't working for me. Why wasn't it working for me? It had nothing to do with money. Money is always a factor. It had to do with me being unhappy. Because if I loved what I was doing, it would have been a no-brainer. I wasn't loving what I was doing. So when I gave up that career, I actually owned the business. I let it go, and I went after my dreams. I got internet training. You guys have seen this. This is why I'm so adamant about promoting stuff that's going to help people make this switch into other things. This is only an education. It's not one of these get-rich-quick schemes. It's training. I knew I needed new skills, so I went and got the new skills. I wrote the book. I learned how to promote myself. I learned how to create online businesses so I could live the kind of lifestyle I wanted. I wanted freedom. I was tired of not being free. And the income part became just a secondary piece of what am I going to create now that will be profitable. And I just saw a video on Bob Proctor. I've never watched his stuff. I just recently watched a couple of his videos. A very smart man. And Bob Proctor said this. He said, you know what? You have to be profitable. Whatever you're doing, you have to be profitable in it. If you're not, he said, you're no good to anybody. You have to love what you're doing, make sure you're making money and it's profitable, and then you're giving to the world. But if you start with what you love, now here's where people let's just say mess up a little bit, right? Get caught up in. And that is, they're going after their money. They're chasing the money. I'll get that job to get the money, then I'll be happy. I need these people. Everybody thinks they need all these people to help me to get the money. And then I'll sell more to get the money, right? And then I'll do this and this and this more. It's always about the money, money, money. And then you're going to live some other kind of life. Now, I just had a friend get a hold of me who's extremely successful, has multi-million-dollar companies, and is getting a steady paycheck. And so the thing is that he just told me that he wants to get out of it, and that it's not about the money, because when you are in that position, you know that you can go make money doing something else. You've got the formula. You just take your skills and you place it someplace else and make money doing that. But we want to make money doing what we love and having freedom. If you're not doing that, why aren't you? You probably don't think you have any skills. Everyone can find a way to do this. But if you're chasing money and you're resenting people and you think things should be free, or they should help me, or they should do that, you are totally in a victim mode, helpless. That's what's going on right there. You absolutely don't think you have the power or the talent or the skills or the advantages. All of these people. Bob Proctor was broke and had so much debt out there and had to borrow money to go get some floor cleaner and buckets so he could start his business. And then he shifted his mindset, because what he was in was a broke poverty mindset. And when he shifted his mindset through reconditioning how he thought, everything changed for him. And then he realized it was something he could teach other people. All he had to do is take that formula and expand on it. Now, any of you who are in my internet marketing, I'm an affiliate. I don't own this company. I don't want to own this company. It's a multi-million-dollar company with a lot of employees and trainers and systems in there that I don't want to create. I don't want to do that. So I promote something I love. Affiliate marketing is one of the most amazing things out there. Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, all these guys, all these big companies are affiliate marketing companies, and then they have their own services. In other words, they're out there using the internet and getting other people to promote them. They're using affiliate marketing. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do that anymore. Times have changed, and it's 2020 is opening up the doors for this new industry, online education, and not having to create companies like we used to. Why aren't you doing it? Because you could take anything you love, like I did. I wrote a best-selling award-winning book. I promoted myself. I have a television movie. How did that happen? I went after what I loved. I quit making it a money-making thing. In fact, money had nothing to do with why I wrote that book. I've got 4 more books out, and I have 3 more coming out this year. Why? I'm so focused on what I love. I love to write, and I get to write every day now. And then I create my online courses. They are operating. I get paid for those. I should get paid for those. And it costs a lot of money for me to run those programs. And if anybody complains about paying for something, then I ask them, do you go in the grocery store and say I shouldn't have to pay for this food? Everybody needs to be rewarded for what services they give. And if you're not willing to pay for it, then don't complain. But get out of that lack mindset that spiritual teachers should be broke, right? That's you thinking that when you're a good person and you're doing good things, you should never be paid. And this keeps good people out of power. When I say good, I just mean higher frequency people will stay out of power if they're broke. Right? Does this make sense now? Higher frequency people that are wealthy rule the world because they're going to do good things with that wealth. But if you're thinking they should be broke, then you are in that matrix thinking, and you're going to stay broke, and you're going to stay in the matrix working your butt off, chasing money. And that's exactly where other factions want you to stay. And that makes you sick, and that makes you unhappy. And that is not a higher frequency, and we must stay in the higher frequency. And abundance is here for everybody, and it's time for you to go after it. Now, it may not be my internet training. By the way, this is a free workshop that tells you what it is, that's all. It's my mentors that explain it. No big deal. It's an online education. It just shows you step by step how to create an online business. You can also use the affiliate marketing platform if you don't have your own products and services. I did. I believe in the program. I think it's changing lives. When you go into this stuff expecting money, 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 you're not getting it. You're not getting the fact that you're getting skills and a new lifestyle. And when you pull together what you love doing, everything can change. And you will go through some challenges just like everybody else. But like the very successful, wealthy people, like Bob Proctor said, that's when you step it up a notch even more. You don't back off and say, well, things aren't working the way I want them to, or, this should be easy. If what you're doing is easy, then stay there. But I guarantee you, 90%, it's like 87% of the people out there hate their jobs. Something's seriously wrong with this. Do you want success? Do you want wealth? Do you want to hit your goals? You can do it. You can do it. You have to be willing to go after it. And the only way you're going to do that is if you pick something you love. If you are not passionate about it, then when things happen, you're going to quit because no part of this is going to be fun, right? But if you're going after something and you really love it, I love writing every day. And if I didn't get a movie deal or whatever, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't stop me from writing. But if I wrote just to make money, well, I'd be in big trouble because writers don't make a lot of money. That's why I'm an internet marketer. That's why I do all these other things. So that I can flourish, so that I can make more things that I love and put it out there to change the planet. And it's working. I get thousands and thousands and thousands of emails and messages that people have shifted through my teachings. And that's not me. They were ready for it. My message just happened to be the one. And as you know, I have two separate sites. My landriaonkka.com is all about this, spirituality and a lifestyle. Landriaonkka.net is about what tools are we going to use to create real businesses. Those businesses can change the world. Let's do good things, not just go after money. So if you're going after money over here and what you're doing isn't good for the planet, that's a total conflict in you trying to be this spiritual person. It all has to blend. It has to be one thing. There's no work and money and play in your personal life. They are one thing. And when you treat it like that and you start to make decisions like that, your life will transform in ways that are unimaginable. And I truly mean that. You can go into 2020 learning new skills, getting excited, and making a decision. I'm going to make this work. I have the training now. I have the support. I'm going to go after this. And what is it I truly love to do? How do I create a business? And you get the people in our training. I actually work with the students. I don't work for the company. I work with the students because I have 20-some years of working with business owners. And I know how to create a successful company. And I now have online training, and that's a different way of running a company. Trust me, if you don't know how to do it, you could run the most successful company out there and fail online. It's a totally different ball game. Why aren't you learning it? Anybody can do it. And Bob Proctor said, if he would do it all over again, and he was young now, and everything right now existed, he said, absolutely hands down, he'd be an internet marketer. He said, anybody can do it, anybody can learn it, and he said you could make a ton of money and spend very little money. And he's right. You don't have to buy a franchise for a few $100,000. There's nothing stopping you. Change is difficult. I get it. Why aren't you going after what you love? When you go after what you love, go for the passion first. It will flow, and then it'll make sense because you'll feel really good. It's going to feel right. If you're going after something just to make a buck, it will not feel right. As soon as you have some problems, and you will, We'll all be challenged. Everything doesn't just flow. You have to resolve some issues or whatever it is you need to do to be successful. You're going to say, why am I doing this? I don't even love selling whatever, or I don't even like that product, or this is not good for the planet. Everything you do should revolve around making higher choices. I just joined Daily Harvest. I'm eating healthy foods. I'm trying it for a while, and now I'm recommending it to people. And by the way, I'll put it down in the description. If you use my link, you'll get $25 off. That's how positive businesses work. Other people get benefits and you get rewarded. I think I get a discount or something if somebody uses my code. They get 25% off and I get a discount. That's a pretty good deal. This is how affiliate marketing, internet marketing works. There's no reason. You can have kids, you can be a truck driver. We have truck drivers, we have everybody. This is a time and an era where everything's going to change so drastically. And if you hang on to and cling to this mentality of making money, it's going to work against you, because the people that you work for, they don't care about that. They care about what you're giving them, and if they can replace you, they're going to do it. And it's happening. So, what do you really love? I guarantee you, no matter what you love, you can turn it into an online business somehow. That's what our training is. I actually work with people and I show them how. You can go to landriaonkka.net and get some coaching from me. I have 2 coaching packages. I have a couple hours you can spend with me, and we actually work through all of this. We say, what do you want to do? Where are you? What are your skills? What are the next steps? And then I have a bigger coaching package. If you have a business, come on. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to transfer it online, how to make it successful, how you can do good things, get your life back. And all of my coaching revolves around a solid, happy, healthy life. Every aspect. I just went for a run, and then I ate my daily harvest. Now I'm sitting here writing, creating e-courses for you, and it's Sunday. Why? This is what I love doing. No rules. There are no rules. It's just about going after what you love. If you want to join me, you can click here. If you think this is a promotion, fine, it is. You know why? Because everything I do is about helping people to find the tools to change their lives. Manifest anything, giving you the tools to manifest anything. And you do need the tools. You got to be ready for it. You got to find that passion. And you got to quit chasing the money with what you love doing for a living. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. And when you go through this workshop, you'll get a bunch of videos from me and my mentors, 1 a day. If it's not for you, you unsubscribe. What's the big deal? But if you like the workshop, you can even try it for 30 days for under $30. If you don't like it, you get your $30 back. I'm expansive thinking. I don't waste money. In my head, I've never wasted money. Even when something didn't work out and it was totally a sham, it's not a waste of money. I'm always learning from that. Are you ready to expand? It's 2020. Are you ready to expand? Let's get going. Sending you blessings for an amazing new life. You have to take the action. No regrets. Don't look back and say, what if I'd have started that company? What if I'd have gotten that training? What if I'd written that book? What if I went after being a coach or whatever it is you want to do? No what ifs. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. And if you go to landriaonkka.com, I have webinars. I have one January 18th about activate your abundance. Let's get out of this mindset of how things work. Blessings to you, my friend. Abundance, health, wealth, peace, and most of all, awakening. Namaste.